You got drunk on power because you thought the white man was going to let you stay on his plantation, didn't you? That's exactly what this is. I said what I said. I didn't stutter my words. You asked for this. I didn't want this for you or your family or your abuela.
Please welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of us. You guys are the real everything. Hello lovelies, I came across this video for you and I thought to share with pan-colored people, especially this pan-colored man that stitches video reviews to baggers, telling them how orange man have always wanted a white American, like he want every citizens in America to be pan-colored. And these MAGA supporters decided, especially Hispanic people, to vote for him massively. Lovelies, I'm just going to roll his clip as well as some of other stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video, and please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment.
I saw this comment that said, I'd rather be poor in an all-white country than rich in a multicultural one. As a black person, and saying to me that in this country you can have a 400 or 500 year head start and still be poor, whereas very small percentages of black and brown people are successful. And it got me thinking of the very ethos of what Trump is running on and what MAGA feel.
You know, what nobody wants to talk about is you lose the racial demographics in your country. Is it wrong for a person in our country to want a country that's majority white? Is that a wrong thing? And if you replace the native populace with people from other countries, that is going to change that culture. So it's...
America is a country that was founded by migrants.
Was it though? I mean, who are the founders? They were white Americans that came over here and then...
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
He's running on the misalignment of what it means to be white in America and the fact that they never were able to attain wealth in what is considered their country, and pinning minority presence and success against poor white people. And it's sad because if I was poor and white, I wouldn't blame other people for my predicament being in a country that was made for us. But it seems to be working. And that's why we have a rise in white nationalism, because for too long now, these people feel as if they've been pushed to the side. Irrespective if it's other white rich people pushing them aside and making their conditions their conditions, it's easier to blame us because we're closer in proximity. It's also, as a black person, insane to me that in this country you can have a 400 or 500 year head start and still be poor, whereas very small percentages of black and brown people are successful. There are more educated black people than there've ever been. Black women are holding higher secondary degrees than anyone else. Asian Americans are some of the most educated people in the world, you know, and the list goes on. But for you to be centuries old poor in a country that you were told was for white people, and to have minorities be the ones that you see on TV or you see in movies or you see driving cars or they're athletes, and it really makes your blood boil that you are not able to attain these things. So this is the premise that you run on, and to maintain that premise, you lock up migrants, you do a campaign against immigrants, you call them rapists, you call them evil, you call them dirty, you round them up, and in those actions you make us poor white people feel vindicated. Yes, we're getting these people out of our country, because that's the only semblance of power they have, right? Is racism. It's not actual wealth, it's not actual jobs, it's not the power to control anything, because we live in an autocratic society in which oligarchs run all of those things, so they're not a part of that, but they can be a part of racism. And that is the history of America and how it has always been, and how they've always been able to keep a small minority of white people in power and empowering the bulk of the poor majority white into thinking that this is a linear access to power and it's all due to whiteness. America.
What's up, Latinos? How's it going? You liking that vote? How's it working out for you? Yeah, we told you. We goddamn told you, didn't we? You thought a man who is such an immoral piece of shit, that cheats on all of his wives, that abuses one of them, per a court document, while his third failed marriage is at home with their 2-week-old son, goes out and sleeps with an adult actress. Then he bribes her, hides it up with illegal campaign funds, and is a 34-count felon. You thought, you thought that guy was going to keep his word to you. Are you out of your goddamn mind? Do you need to see a doctor? He told 30,000 lies. He mocked disabled people. Remember January 6th? Didn't care about that, did you? Didn't care about the racism and having dinner with Nick Fuentes and not ready to black people. Yeah, he's just going to get rid of the bad people. Well, you voted for the bad people. You thought a convicted felon was going to uphold the law and deport the bad people? Yeah, who did he pardon on January 6th? That's right, the U.S. citizens, the white people. Who did he import from South Africa? The white people. Who did he pardon in Nevada who stole money from a police officer's fund? A white lady. How about the guy that sold $75,000 worth of badges and deputized people? Oh yeah, he got pardoned because he's white. How about Charles Kushner? Witness intimidation, tax fraud. Oh, that's right. He got pardoned because he's white. Do you still run out to the mailbox every day? Do you think there's a membership card coming? Is that what you think is going to happen here? This guy wants to keep America white. We told you that a time and a time and a time and again, and you bought into the bullshit, the propaganda. The libs are coming. The libs are coming. Antifa. Oh, look, this city's on fire. Oh, your way of life is going away. We told you. We told you. We told you. You got drunk on power because you thought the white man was going to let you stay on his plantation, didn't you? That's exactly what this is. I said what I said. I didn't stutter my words. You asked for this. I didn't want this for you or your family or your abuela. You bought the ticket. You ride the ride. Have the day you voted for.
He wants a white country. No, he really does. Believe me when I tell you this. Hang on. You remember the census came out, and when the census came out, it showed how the white race was going to be a minority within a couple of years. He wants a white race. This is why he wants to go after Canada, because Canada is primarily white. But here's the crazy part. Remember, back in March, dude put an invitation out to the Africanos. Those were the white South Africans, to offer them some form of asylum to come to America, and wants to use some type of trickery to say, okay, cool, you guys were mistreated so wrong, so I want you to come to America. Okay. Nearly 70,000 South Africans are interested in seeking asylum to come to America. There's a group that's representing these particular people. He said out of 67,042 people who have registered on their site, most had Africano or English names, the organization's president said. Okay? These are white people, South Africans. Okay? However, there is criticism. The president responded. He said the South Africans have not seized any land, and that the new bill ensures public access to land in an equitable and just manner as guided by the Constitution. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's sit down and talk about this thing real quick, okay? As you know about the apartheid, if you don't know about it, go study. I'm not going to try to educate you on this. So, white people took over these people's land. It's not even their land. And you're going to cry because these people are conquering their land back, and now you got a problem. But here's my problem. That's the South African issue. Let them have their issue, because I believe that your country should be able to handle whatever they need to handle within your country. But as far as America is concerned, this is what Trump wants. He wants it to be white. He needs more white people to come here. He wants to make this white. And I don't necessarily know if it's his thoughts or is it Stephen Miller, who is the Yahtzee, or whomever. Okay. But the Heritage Foundation, they want a white America. Okay. They want a white America. And that's what he wants. That's why he's trying to get rid of the black and browns here, okay? Because keep in mind, there's a lot of Russian undocumented people here. There's a lot of, matter of fact, there's a ton of Ireland people who are here who have messed up their visas. So he wants a white America. If you don't think so, let's talk about, and also think about the fact that that policy change on the segregation, see, he wants to roll back. He wants to put black people in his place. But let me say something about this real quick. I don't care. To be respectful, I have read a book by Dr. Clarence B. Jones, and the book moved me. If you don't know who Dr. Jones is, he is Dr. King's attorney, and he's still living. Okay? He's 93 years old, and he's still living. He's Dr. King's attorney. He talked about segregation. He talked about how he hated segregation. And I know that we're over here jumping and shouting, and I said that I don't care. I don't care about what they're trying to do because I know that we're stronger. But I don't want this racism, blatant racism, to be outspoken and to have things out here that's just so racist, because it doesn't stop with just white water fountains and black water fountains. It also starts with the violence too. And I don't want that. I don't want that. And they're just itching for that. So hopefully the courts will step in and handle that. All right. Y'all have a good day.
If the past 6 months under Trump's second term haven't made it clear, let me say it plain. This country is no longer a democracy. It's a stage play. And while people suffer, the actors in charge, they're eating popcorn. They're pointing at cages. They're laughing at the alligators circling the oppressed. We got a president that laughs about immigrants being eaten alive. We've got politicians who write laws to remove truth from books. We got billionaires funding propaganda while people can't even afford eggs. So let me ask you something. Not to preach, but to plant a seed. In a country where your dignity is denied, your children are targeted, and your existence is politicized, where do you put your energy? Do you keep pouring your money, your faith, your labor into the same machine that treats your survival like a joke? Or do you look around and find the one community that has taken every bullet that this country has ever fired? Economic, political, psychological, and still manages to breathe? The one community that built this nation with nothing but change and still brought it music, culture, soul, and strategy? The one community that taught the world how to organize, march, rise, and survive with nothing? Yeah, that one. Because while Trump weaponizes the government against the vulnerable, while his allies fantasize about genocide and hashtags, and while the courts roll back every freedom that you thought you had, there's still a place in this country where resilience isn't a theory. It's a practice. There's still a people who never had the luxury of a post-racial America, never had a privilege to forget how brutal this country could be, never stopped fighting, even when the cameras turned off. So ask yourself, where's your safety? Where's your power? Who's really built for what's coming next? Because when the empire falls, and it will, only the ones who lived through a collapse will know how to rebuild it. And history has already told us who that is. So while they build cages, while they throw bombs at truth, while they try to erase everyone who is not white and obedient, somewhere there's a neighborhood, a church, a block, a mind, a heartbeat, still loving, still teaching, still building, quietly preparing to save the soul of this nation. And maybe, just maybe, that's where your future should live.
From a German perspective, I want to say thank you guys for being the new embarrassing ones on earth. We handed you a blueprint on a silver platter of what not to do, and you motherfuckers did it, and you're doing it with style, exposing yourselves for the evil people that you are, and exposing your country and generations to come to ridicule an embarrassment and shame. Aber vielen Dank, because now Germans, we look like the normal ones again. Like, we fucked up, yes, but you guys, like, saw that and were like, let's do it. Like, idiots. I never want to hear another American shit on Germany again. I'll never take it. The nation's doing nothing to help its people, and MAGA's all for it. Idioten. You guys suck. Thank you. We're no longer the bad guys. Hi, idiot.
Congratulations, MAGA. Your vote for Trump is the reason why senior citizens will be kicked out of their nursing homes. Before you flood my comment section screaming fake news, I'm going to provide some verifiable facts. Google's free. You can go look at the bill. 60% of nursing home residents rely on Medicaid to cover their care. That is a fact. And Trump's new tax plan, it cuts the provider tax by 41%. This slashes how much support states receive from the government for nursing homes. That's a 41% funding cut. That is a fact. The American Healthcare Association says that 1 in 4 nursing homes could shut down and half of their staff will be eliminated. That's a fact. So where do these senior citizens go? Some might have family to take them in, but for others, this is the end of the road. There's no place for them to go. This is what your vote for Trump is doing. It's pushing vulnerable seniors out of care and onto the streets. And that is a fact. This isn't America first. This is our elderly last. If you voted for Trump, you made this happen. I hate to say it. This is on you.
But seriously, lovely, the truth is that these MAGA supporters, especially coming from Hispanic people, actually knew that orange men have always wanted, you know, something pan colored and all of that. They knew that this man is a racist. They knew how he disliked people that looks like me. Even if he pretend and pretend, even if people, look for ways to like, okay, he's not like that. But he have shown himself over and over again, even when he tries to pretend, but it's still something that lives within him. But I believe that so many of these Hispanic people, especially the ones that is whitewashed, actually thought that he have their back. They thought that orange man has their back. That was why when he was even making a commentaries like a joking a joking commentaries, they actually thought that he was joking. Someone who actually makes statements about your island being an island of garbage during his campaign. Someone who has specifically continuously to talk about how he wants a massive deportation, he wants making America great again and all of that. Like, you still think that you are not included, like you are not one of those people that he wants out from the country because you thought that you are pen colored, or maybe you don't want to be associated with people that looks like me. Like you want to be pen colored so much. Like there's this particular stage that I was like, look at the way at which you comfortably voted against your own daddy. This Hispanic lady, I think she's Latino. She was all about her page, crying and begging because ICE detained her dad, who only has 6 months to live. But because of this immigration thing, the daddy was detained, and she was all over the social platform crying that okay, yeah, she voted for. She's very pure Snow White and all of that. She was like, she's so sorry that nobody should blame her for voting, or that she has pleaded, sent messages. She's crying and asking people to help her get her daddy back or out from the ICE facility at least. Even if he has 6 months to live, he should be able to spend the remaining 6 months with his family. You know, it is so easy to say no, don't come for me, don't bash me, oh my god, yeah, don't blame me. But when you had the opportunity to correct the narratives, you decided that okay, he's going to just go after he's going to go after criminals, right? Undocumented people. Like, as if you don't know this man, as if you don't know what he's capable of doing, as if you don't know his biography. Like, he's known for someone that when he says this, he does this. Like, he's not someone that you have to really trust 100%. And coupled with the fact that you don't even need to trust so many politicians. Like, politics is a very dangerous game. People will just come tell you things in order for them to gain your trust and your vote, and at the end of the day, they just end up doing whatsoever that they felt that is right for them without giving a f about anyone. This is just the case. Now he has built some alligator apparatus somewhere to go, you know, put or store this undocumented immigrant. And now this place is said to be flooding. It's been flooding, and that does not really mean that since it's flooding, because I saw a lot of people celebrating online that the alligator Alcatraz is flooding. That means eyes will stop raining people. No, they know that that place is a swamp area, so they don't care if it floods or not. They're still gonna put people there. Like, seriously, when people that looks like me were trying to do this, people actually thought that they are telling you to vote for the former VP because of their own interest. These guys, actually think about every other person. They have been the reason why so many people had the opportunity to migrate to this state. So if they're telling you things, I think they're the right people. I'm thinking about the Black Americans. I think they're the right people for you to listen to because they have faced so much tribulations. They know how this game is being played. They're not doing things for their own selfish reason. They're doing things for the betterment of every other person, but at the end of the day, everyone turns their back on them. And that is why when they say that they are standing down, they don't want to get involved anymore, I don't blame because they have really tried their best, you know? Anyway, lovely listener, just leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video, please. If you've not subscribed to this channel, do you go a huge way to click on the subscription button, like, and I will see you, lovely listener, I upload the next just one. Leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please, lovely, if you've not subscribed to this channel, do you go a huge favor to click on the subscription button, like, and I will see you, lovely listener, I upload the next one.